Plus, the fight for racial justice nearly a year after the death of George Floyd. The continued call for change with protests in Portland. But first, Keely Chalmers joins us live at home with our forecast. Good morning, Keely.
Yeah, good morning, Galen. We've got a mix of clouds and sunshine. It matters where you are in the state. If you're in the Dalles, you've got lots of sunshine, beautiful blue skies. We're sitting at 49 degrees in the Dalles. Here in the metro area, a little bit of a different scene, clouds overhead, and we may see some sprinkles off and on throughout the day. Nothing too much in terms of accumulation. 53 right now. Here is how your Sunday is shaping up. So we're going to be up to about 59 by noon. Showers possible. Again, just some light precipitation out there this morning, clearing out as we head into the afternoon hours. We'll top out right around 66, 67 for a high today. Might see a little bit of sunshine as we head into the afternoon as those clouds break away a little bit. We do have some more significant rain, not a ton of rain, but at least a more organized system moving into our area tomorrow. We'll talk more about that coming up in your full forecast. Galen.
All right, sounds good. Keely, thank you so much. Well, this morning, Portland police are still looking for the person who shot a TriMet bus driver. They say the driver is stable this morning. This all happened around 7 last night. Police were in the area near 102nd and Halsey on an unrelated call. Officers heard gunfire and found that driver shot. He was hit in the collarbone area and his eye was hurt too, likely, they say, from shrapnel. About 24 people were on the bus at the time. No one else was hurt, though. Anyone with information is asked to contact police. Now, this latest example of gun violence is just one of the reasons people were out protesting this weekend. Many marched against murder, calling on solutions. Christelle Kumwe takes us there.
Now is the time.
A march against murder brought about 100 people to Peninsula Park Saturday afternoon.
I've been the victim of gun violence. I've lost siblings and family members to gun violence. I've lost friends to gun violence.
Thank everybody for coming out.
Royal Harris organized the event to make a statement. Black men and the black community are against murder.
I really believe that if you want to be part of the solution, you have to become engaged.
The event comes at a time of increased gun violence in this city. More than 30 people have been killed on Portland streets this year. That's 8 times more homicides compared to this time last year.
So we're here today to find out what we can do to help with the community. My main concern right now is the community and our young black kids being killed in the streets by the hands of black kids.
Part of the reason that I'm here is to be shoulder to shoulder with black men who believe that we can do something about the problems that we see in our community. And I know we can.
A group of black men at the march told us the community needs to come together to find solutions.
How do we get young people to see themselves in the next 10 years? Because if all you see yourself is in that 10-block area or gangbanging, then we failed. So we're trying to give them the opportunity to see themselves in a different light, the same way that I was able to do.
Several speakers took the stage Saturday, taking their message to the street. Organizers were joined by community members on the march to Woodlawn Park about a mile away. They say the first step to solve the problem is conversation.
And all of us listening to the people most affected, and then it's a conversation, and then it's a start to find out what their problems are so that we can address them.
This is the first of many events Royal hopes to organize, and most importantly, he hopes to inspire and motivate others to find solutions on issues impacting our community. Christelle Kumwe, KGW News.
We do have an update in the case of Brianna White, the mother of 2 shot and killed earlier this month in Portland. Officers arrested a man in Texas for her murder. Portland police and U.S. Marshals arrested 30-year-old Henry DeAndre Brogdon about 100 miles outside Dallas on Friday. He's accused of shooting and killing White at an apartment in North Portland on May 5th. He's being held at a county jail, charged with second-degree murder and unlawful use of a weapon. Brogdon is expected to be extradited to Oregon before facing a judge. As we approach the 1-year anniversary of George Floyd's death, a Portland group marched to honor his legacy. Rose City Justice organized that event as part of its fight for racial justice reform. Art Edwards has more.
People gathered on the field outside of Revolution Hall, many of them carrying signs, all ready to continue the fight for racial justice. Nearly a year after the death of George Floyd, Rose City Justice continues to hold marches and rallies. People here say they came out for a simple reason.
Start to show up, for things that are affecting people of color. And if it doesn't directly affect me, I should still recognize that my inaction is affecting those people who are affected by racism. And I'm part of it.
A couple of hundred people took part in the march. They started at Revolution Hall, made their way through the streets of southeast Portland. People armed with firearms were on the edges of the group of marchers. Someone in a pickup truck used a megaphone to fire up the marchers. They made their way across the Hawthorne Bridge to Waterfront Park. When asked if progress has been made in the last year, some people say yes, and the progress comes from lawmakers.
I feel like government, there's been progress with government, which I feel like is a newer thing. And I think people in general have a language for racism that hasn't been as commonplace before.
Rose City Justice says it will remain active in the push for racial reform. They'll host events like this one in the days and weeks to come. Art Edwards, KGW News.
We now turn to the pandemic here, and a hopeful sign we're on the road back to normal. New coronavirus cases across the U.S. are dropping. The 7-day average for new cases dropped below 30,000 per day this week. That's the lowest since last June. Now, the average number of deaths over the last 7 days also dropped to 552 people. That's a rate we've not seen since last July. Health experts credit the vaccine rollout for this dramatic turnaround, but there is concern still. Doctors warn not enough Americans have been vaccinated to stop the spread. They say some areas with lower vaccination rates, such as some southern states, could actually lead to new variants that are more resistant to vaccines. With reopening on the horizon in Washington, business leaders in Clark County are coming up with some creative ideas to encourage staff to get their vaccines. Tim Gordon explains.
For 15 months, we've followed the pandemic trials and tribulations of businesses in Southwest Washington. Now, as commerce gets going, Safe by Summer is a way to encourage unvaccinated workers to get their shots. They've got a website to sign up and a map there showing dozens of places that currently have vaccine.
We want the employers to provide the education to their employees and to provide the convenience to their employees in order to get vaccinated.
The Greater Vancouver Chamber of Commerce and Identity Clark County are spearheading the campaign. The goal to support businesses to try and get 80% of their employees vaccinated by August 15th. Just started, it already has more than 24 businesses taking the pledge, from a large real estate development group to a web designer and marketing company to a toy shop, and of course, restaurants. We've talked to the owner of Beaches in Vancouver over the course of COVID. Mark Matthias is part of a group that helped develop the Safe by Summer campaign for his crew and others.
We know taking the vaccination is personal choice, but if you truly want to get your life back, this is the best solution to get there quickly. So we just got together and thought, we need to run with this as a community.
While the pandemic is showing signs of fading, there's no doubt the virus can still take hold. Case in point, Charter Communications Spectrum Customer Call Center in Vancouver closed by an outbreak last week. Over the last month, 29 employees tested positive for COVID-19, and 2 more are awaiting test results.
We don't want a spike again. We don't want our business community to roll back because the damage that's been done already is horrendous.
The Safe by Summer's 80% goal is lofty but straightforward.
The easier we make it, the more informed we can help our employees become, the more of our population that are vaccinated, the quicker we get to rebuild our businesses and get back to some sort of normalcy.
The Safe by Summer hopes that engaging employees also encourages their families to get vaccinated. And by the way, if you're a business outside Clark County, they don't mind if you sign up and take the pledge too. Tim Gordon, KGW News.
Now, while we've heard a lot about businesses suffering during the pandemic, other somewhat surprising ones are thriving. Coming up, how a local massage therapist found the pressure point for success.